Hey, good afternoon. This free market update for week of February 28th. Today's last trading day of the month, and so we're getting certainly a little craziness and sideways up and down two-way trade here as we head into the end of the day. That's normal though on the last day of the month. What I can tell you though is we got a big week, I believe, ahead of us that's going to prove to be quite volatile in range, both swings up and down in a wide manner. Today we had Chicago PMI, and later tonight we've got the RBA rate decision. Pay attention to that. You look at the Aussie US and the Aussie Yen pairs, see if they catch a bid. If so, that's indicative of risk on in the marketplace as a whole. Tomorrow, ISM, that's a big number. I do believe that's ISM manufacturing. It's been trending lower, and no reason to suspect that we won't get maybe another kind of a lower print tomorrow, but that could be well received actually by the market in terms of maybe the way the Fed's kind of looking at how to take that into account while they're looking at tightening, etc. While we got manufacturing kind of coming off. Wednesday you got ADP, and those numbers have been pretty bad as of late. In addition to that, you got Bullard and Powell speaking. Powell's testimony carries on over into Thursday, so you got sort of a repeat of Fed chair on Thursday, along with some earnings that make a difference. I mean, Costco and Broadcom, etc. And then Friday with non-farm payroll. And not only the actual pay, the non-farm, like the number itself, but be looking at labor participation and wage growth specifically on that report. So the one thing that's surprising to me is if you look at the SPX options chain for the week, the range is priced into the options chain as being relatively mild, only like 140 points or something, which is a little kind of small in my opinion, given the magnitude of kind of the numbers and the news and whatnot that we've got ahead of us here this week. But that's what it is, and that's marked against essentially like a 43, call it 80 late last week settlement, 43 like 79 or something like that late last week. So the numbers that I'm going to be really using, paying attention to, and the way that I personally intend to trade this is as follows. I am going to try to lean toward the bullish kind of side of things here. Weekly pivot in the S&Ps is 4290. Call it 4290, 4300, but the weekly pivot's at 4290. So that is my over-under. That's it. That's my over-under. All right, get below there, and start trading below there, and I'm probably gonna have to, I'm not looking too good, and I got a feeling you'll be looking down here like 42.20, 25, something like that, below 42.90. However, and I would look for that print to trade. That's definitely, I would absolutely look for that to trade, right? So it comes in 42.90. The magnet up here, the big print that I've told you this last week, and here we are trading, both Friday and today, Monday, all around this print, 43.40, call it 43.45 just to make it easy. That's not the exact price, but that makes it easy, 43.45. All right, and based on the expected move and last week's settlement, then target on the upside, in my opinion, would be really close to 4,500. That's what I'm going to shoot for this week. I know it sounds crazy right now. Trust me, I know it sounds crazy right now, but that's what I'm going to shoot for. That's 125 from the settlement. I'm using 42.90 as baseline bounce. Reclaim, start holding above 43.45. Obviously, that's really good indication because that's balance. We're expected to rotate around, in and around this, but get above there, holding above there on a number of things this week that I've just outlined for you. And expected move on the up would be really close to 4,500. I'm putting some SPX call flies up there. They're cheap. I mean, 10 wide, you can get them for like 20 and 25 cents. And I'm putting some SPX call flies up there at 4,500 for end of the week. So that's how I'm trading it. And I'll be right or wrong, but you got to have a view to have a trade. And those call flies are certainly a real inexpensive way of giving it a go, giving it a chance. And that's how I intend to trade it. So I hope this helps. Good trade. Good evening. Look forward to being with you again at the next update. Till then.
Without simpler trading, I could not have financial independence.
This is one of the best investments I ever made in my life.
It's helping me find consistency.
It's one of the things that won me